What's going on, guys? This is Raph from Between Two Forks, back again this week with a brand new knife video. Now, before we even get started, I have to do a full disclosure because there's some FTC rule changes and rules and regulations that are being applied to all of the content creators and influencers alike. So if you guys are not familiar with those rules, please definitely, there are plenty of videos out there on YouTube that are going over the topics. Look it up. It is pretty much about transparency and disclosures about our sponsorships. So I guess hashtag sponsored, because the set of knives today that we're looking at is sent to me by Cangshan completely free of charge. They sent it over to me as a sample to do a demo slash functionality video. This is not a review or unbox. So we're going to be taking a look at the set of knives for that. But I am not getting paid for this video at all. I actually don't get paid for any of my unboxings or reviews. I don't do that. I do completely 100% honest reviews. I'm very upfront with all of my partnerships, all the brands that I partner up with, that I do 100% honest reviews, because I believe in, first off, honesty and transparency, and I also believe that we have a due diligence to keep the viewers' best interest at heart, because I don't want to influence someone to buy something that I wouldn't use myself. So anyhow, that is my full disclosure today. So let's get started. Alright guys, so let's get started and let's take a look at this set of knives that Cangshan sent over to me. And I am so freaking excited about these knives, because this is the brand new set of Chinese cleavers. They're sold exclusively at Costco, if I remember correctly, and this is part of their S1 line, and it comes in both like this black color, or it comes in white as well. So the reason I'm so excited about this is because several months back, just to give you guys a little bit of backstory, I've worked with Cangshan in the past, if you have been following my channel, that I messaged them and said, hey, you guys are really proud, Chinese brand. I don't see a Chinese chef knife on your lineup. Do you guys have any plans in the future to add a Chinese chef knife to all of your products? And at the time they told me, let me talk to Henry about that to see if there's anything in the works. And lo and behold, several months later, they messaged me and said, hey Raph, would you be interested in doing a demo slash functionality video for our brand new set of Chinese cleavers? And here they are, they're right in front of me. And of course, before I get started, before I pop this box open, it'll mean the world to me if you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It'll help me support all of my madness. And let's pop this baby open so you guys can take a look at what these chef knives look like. Alright guys, so now that we have both of these knives out of the box, let's talk about each of them individually very, very briefly. First knife you'll see right out of the box is your traditional butchering knife. It's got the hole in it, very, very traditional butchering knife. So this is the knife that you break down big hunks of meat with, cut bone, your butchering needs, okay? The second knife that you have in the box is this baby right here. Look at this. Now, this is called a Chinese cleaver. Yes, it has the name cleaver. It looks like a butchering knife, but it is not. This is essentially the same as your Western chef knife, but in Chinese style. Okay, this is the Chinese blade profile. Right off the bat, you'll notice that it is in rectangular shape. It is beefy. It is much broader than your regular Western chef knife. Now, the biggest difference between a Western chef and a Chinese chef is that for a Western chef, they have many, many knives in their arsenal. Okay, they have their chef knife, paring knife, utility knife, bread knife. The list goes on. They have pretty much a knife for each function. Very specialized knives. But for a Chinese chef, they have this. They have the Chinese chef knife slash cleaver. This is their go-to knife for almost every single cut. This is what they do 95 of their cutting with. They can slice with it, they can dice with it, they can chop with it. And as you notice with Chinese food, most of it is cut into very, very delicate things. for stir frying so the heat can distribute evenly. And it's all done with a Chinese cleaver. And what's cool about a Chinese cleaver is that after you get done cutting, a lot of times you have trouble scooping up all the ingredients off the board with a thinner profile chef knife, Western chef knife. But with a Chinese chef knife, because it is broader, you can double it as a scoop. So you can scoop up all your food and toss it into the wok, or your pan or skillet, whatever. And another really, really cool feature that a lot of people don't, that a lot of people don't realize, so you can turn this knife around. Turn it around, and you can use the spine of the knife as a meat tenderizer. I've seen it done so many times growing up in the kitchen that my dad or my mom just turns the blade around and starts hammering the meat with it to kind of spread the meat out or tenderize the meat. So there are many, many functions that you can do with just one knife alone. And growing up in a Chinese household, my dad has one knife. He has also one paring knife. And most of the time he just uses the Chinese chef knife. And it's such a versatile blade. It might not look like it, but once you get this baby in your hand, you'll notice how versatile this blade can be. Now, I'm done talking about the knives. I'm going to go grab some ingredients and do a demo functionality. Well, I already talked about the functionality, so I'm going to demo and cut some stuff for you to. Now, I'm not going to do any demo with your traditional butchering knife because you pretty much know what a butchering knife can do. You can break down your chicken, your rotisserie chicken and whatnot. I'm going to put this back in the box for now, and we'll just do a demo of the Chinese chef knife. Alright guys, so let's get started on cutting one of the most popular ingredient in my household, or probably most households when they cook, is garlic. So I have a couple cloves of garlic right here. What's cool about a Chinese chef knife? You have minced garlic. That's it. You can't really do that with a traditional Western chef knife. That's the upside of having a beefier knife. You can literally smack the garlic and it is minced for you, okay? And like I said, you can double it as a scoop, and you scoop it right into your dish. You can cut very delicately. And then you have all of your thinly sliced garlic pieces. Alright guys, so the next ingredient that you have is your green onion. This is another very, very popular Chinese ingredient, and I just want to show you how delicate of the cuts can be with a Chinese chef knife, even though it's such a broad knife. First off, of course, you want to cut the roots off. Cut it in half, and then alright, so the next thing we're going to cut on the list is a red cabbage. Let's break this baby down. Cut it in half. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Alright guys, so this wraps up the demo and functionality of the Cangshan Chinese Cleaver set. As you can see, the Chinese Cleaver is very, very versatile. It can slice, it can dice, it can smash garlic. You can use the back as a tenderizer. It can scoop really well. And that wraps up the functionality and demo of a Chinese chef knife. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.